All right. Had some thoughts. Welcome back, folks. Is day 150 with Duolingo Japanese. Once again, MAKU desu. Konnichiwa. Yokoso. So, welcome. Okay, so today is going to be a little bit special, if not predictable. The moment I do a lesson, I'm expecting to hit another milestone on the 50-day thing. If it doesn't happen, then I have to do some improvising today. However, I'm anticipating that when I complete the lesson, we'll have 3 days to review as many things as we can before day 154, where I'm planning on a review of the last 25 days. Alright, we'll jump right in. We completed unit 32 as expected, right? It lines up as expected. So I don't leave like a lingering unit before the review. So let's go over unit 32. Sorry, I had a thought about the earlier conversation I had about how someone in the little conversation about how people imply that when someone is learning, they would be naturally open to corrections. And I'm like, yes, certainly, but there's a time and place for corrections, right? If you don't allow someone to learn from their mistakes, then corrections are more than counterproductive. But I think largely my concern was how impatient people are, as opposed to trying to allow someone to figure out if they made an error. It's a little interesting, but I certainly don't prescribe to the immediate correction thing. Just a conflict of interest. I wanted to make that clear, I suppose. Let's see. Unit 32. What was the topic for Unit 32? Classes, university. I think we're gonna restructure the recall now for Japanese. We'll start with whatever kanji lessons there were in each section first. So what were the kanji stuff? Yeah, nanin, nanin. And juichi nin. So nin counter. And then shu for the week. And then the expression with it, like in a week. Times within a week. I'll pick a number. Yonkai. So shu ni yonkai. Ooh. Nihongo, mainly the goal. And no. And Ryugakse. I think those are all the kanji related vocabulary outside of all the other kanji that we know. So the kanji related vocabulary. Okay. Well, let's write the rest. Ryugakse. Yeah. Europa. Oscar is totally distracting me. Naigaki. Floppy. Ongaki. Naigaki. Oh, no. Yeah. Schedule. No. Schedule. No, that's not. Yeah. Schedule. Okay. 生物学。経済。経済経済、sorry。経済学。経済学。プログラミング。演劇。I think that's all the stuff. Edo. Zehi. Office hour. Media center. Group. Ukeru. Ukeru. Erabu. Um. Uh. Owaru. How many is that? 7, 11, 16, 16, 23? 23 is fine. Let's move back to Unit 31. This will be the last recall session before all the review. 31. Let's cover the kanji first. Start with kanji first. Should write these bigger. Ryori. Basho. Ninki. Ninki. Chisai. Yeah, I think we're good. Those are the highlights. Okay. We have day as the adjective linker. Nishimasho. Niarimasu. Or niaru. Could be at a location or on a location. Is on something. Okujo. Manshon. Yeah, chef. 最高。斎藤。チェックする。調べる。Where's this one? Where's it? Vegetarian. I think that's right. That was up in the air with te or ta. Vegetarian. That's probably it. We'll find out later. Erishi. Oh, this was a kanji too. Past tense. 予約を入れました。そうですね。 I think this is good enough. For 18. 18's fine. Okay. So let's get to the main event, right? We're going to do a review exercise. Going back up here and see what happens. Well, actually, just do a kanji. Any kanji, really. Yeah. So, 日本語
日本語
4日
4日日本語
Okay.
日本語
Okay. 4日
4日
日本語日本語に本語
4日4日毎日4日語り
Oh, katari. I forgot about that. Katari.
日本語1年
生
4日
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 3時半
3時半
昼ご飯
昼ご飯
9分
9分
日本語
日本語
4日
4日
日本語に本語
明
明
日
日
日本語4
4
日
日
何年生1
1
年
年生
4日かよ
日本語200
200
1分
1分
4日
4日
50分
50分 Huh? What happened? Alright, here we go. Let's see if it's the same. Uh-huh. Yep, there we go. 3 days of super. Yep, 150. Right on cue. Alright. So we got 3 days of super. Oh, hey, they changed the icon. They changed the super icon. There you go. So every 50 days, right? So now we're gonna do something different. For the next 3 days. We're actually gonna review right on cue, as expected. Every 50 days. So we're gonna use keyboard now. I'm gonna go back. So what? How many units we managed to cover this time? 8 units, starting with unit 14. So we're just gonna go back and use keyboard and review all the stuff. So we're preparing for day 154 at the same time. So let's go. So today is gonna be pretty chill. Try to get as much as I can before my focus is lost. Okay.
学校
Actually, I guess I kind of want tablet on hand. I want to write down the unit stuff. Oh, wait. What was this unit? Talk about your childhood? Okay. Let's do this. Okay. Got coal. Got coal. So. Wait a minute. Oh wait, yeah, I remember. We did get this. Okay. 学校。
学校
いちごの飴が大好きでした。いちごの飴が大好きでした。いちごの飴が大好きでした。
いちごの飴、いちごの飴大好きでした。
いちごの飴が大好きでした。
Oh, oops. 飴が。
いちごの飴が大好きでした。
I think that's all the stuff. Pretty sure. Ame was the vocabulary.
高校生の時、美術が大好きでした。美術の先生はとても厳しかったです。でも先生の絵は本当に素敵でした。
Okay. So this is Thai.
高校生の時、美術が大好きでした。美術の先生はとても厳しかったです。でも先生の絵は本当に素敵でした。
高校生。高校生。高校生。We had Ibishi. She. 高校生の時。高校生の時。高校生の時。美術。美術。美術。Well. 美術が大好き。大好きでした。美術の先生はとても厳しかったです。でも先生の絵は本当に素敵でした。
どんな幼稚園でしたか？どんな幼稚園でしたか？
Wait a minute. 幼稚園。
どんな幼稚園でしたか？
Yes, kindergarten. Dona Dolce. Oops.
どんな幼稚園でしたか？どんな幼稚園でしたか？
中学生の時、勉強はあまりしませんでした。成績はダメでした。でもギターが好きでした。ピアノも習いました。
Okay. It's bad. Jugakse. 中学生。
中学生の時、勉強はあまりしませんでした。成績はダメでした。でもギターが好きでした。ピアノも習いました。
習う習う。いや、習う。Okay. Person likes music. 中学生の、中学生の時、勉強はあま、あ、勉強はあまりしませんでした。成績はダメでした。でもギターが大好きでした。好きでした。でもギターが好きでした。ピアノも習いました。So, when I was in middle school, right, when I was a middle school kid, I didn't really study. My grades were no good, but I liked the guitar. I also learned to play the piano, right? I took lessons for piano. Ooh. Oops. Is it, yeah, haiku. Hmm. 今週末はボクシングの練習があります。
練習
練習。Okay. Yeah. Book. Okay. Hmm. Uh. You. Yeah. Joe. Hmm. No. Maybe it's jogging. Yeah. So, jogging. Right? Yeah. No extra hold. Okay. Okay. Suie.水泳の授業は楽しかったですか？はい。サッカー選手に練習。練習 is player, I think. なんか選手をなりたいです。No. になりたいです。State change? 去年サッカーを始めました。始める。 Okay. Mangaka. Manga. Manga ga suki desu. Mangaka. That's awful. That's fine. Good enough. Mangaka ni naritai desu. It's different. Right. It's naru. Okay.
小学生時
Yeah, 小学生. Whoops. Shou学の時、毎日友達と昼ご飯を食べました。There. 学校食べます。新聞高校生田中
歴史の成績はどうでしたか？
歴史の成績はどうでしたか？まあまあでした。This is also the unit for まあまあ。まあまあでした。でも、文学。Not sure about 文学。文学は良かった。良かったです。良かったです。よかった。
東京の郊外に住んでいました。
東京の郊外に住んでいました。郊外。Suburbs. 郊外。Oops.
制服はありましたか？
制服。Oh. A lot of vocabulary. 制服。制服はありましたか？ありましたか？ありました。ありました。ジャケットは、oh boy. Wow, this unit had a lot of vocabulary. What the heck? We're reviewing them now. This is koyokatta. 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 Koyokatta desu.
たまに公園で絵を描きました。
Amani was probably also this one, I think. Oh no, maybe not. Amani, Koen de Ea. Oh no, it's not. It's not Tamani. It's Akimashita. Eh. Eo. Oh, it makes sense now. So, oh. It makes sense. Eo kakimashita. So we do have kaku, but they didn't use kaku here, the kanji for kaku, because they mean the other kaku. Hello there, Robert. My day's been going pretty well. Shoshinko went pretty alright. Got a lot of work to do still. I finally get it, and it's thanks to Shoshinko. So this is kaku, but it's not the kaku that we have. That explains why they didn't use the kanji yet. Because this is they're using kaku for draw, paint, the other kaku, not the predominant right use. That explains why this was highlighted. Occasionally drew. So today we are reviewing for the next 3 days. What's happening? Oh, is it just reminding me of Super? Yeah. So today we are reviewing and prepping for our 25-day review, our 150-day review, I guess. So now that it's day 150, we had 3 days of Super, as expected. And we're going back and reviewing by legending the last 8 units. Yeah, it's every 50 it's every 50 days. You get 3 days of Super. So it's planned out all the time for that. So we have 3 days to cover 8 units. Go back to legend 8 units. Apply as much output as we can while we're doing it, in anticipation for my review on day 154. And then right after that, 2 days later, I'll be also doing the same thing with Chinese. Weirdly enough. Although I should be reviewing Chinese now. No, we'll do Chinese something a little bit different. Sorry, I had to cough.
学校
Gakko. So we already wrote down all the vocabularies, so that's fine. Let's see if we find any new ones that haven't hit.
学校
Gakko is fine. That's the kanji lesson. Kokosei.
高校生
Got that. Okay. So this is gonna be tougher. Oh. Oh, right. E adjective.
プロの野球選手になりたいです。
I didn't
毎
conjugate the
日
E
野
adjective.
球の練習があります。とても大変です。でも頑張ります。
I wasn't paying attention.
プロの野球選手になりたいです。毎日野球の練習があります。とても大変です。でも頑張ります。
Okay. Baseball. Okay. Oops. uh. What the heck is going on? Did I type this right? Wait. Wait. I'm so confused. Why is this not coming out correctly? Oh, I did type the wrong thing. Never mind. Just kidding. Oh yeah, that's how they were interpreting it. Oh, never mind. I was thinking of learning. They're learning boxing at a nearby school. Yeah, Hajimeru. My bad. Oh, and I forgot a particle.
中学生の時、サッカーを始めました。とても楽しかったです。チームに友達がたくさんいました。チームのみんなはいい人でした。
Okay. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, interesting. Hmm. Oh, what did you like? Whoops, wrong tense.
小学生の
Past
時、
tense.
体育が大好きでした。よくスポーツをしました。週末は友達と野球をしました。
I disagree. I wanted to test this anyways, but I disagree here. They wouldn't take this. Unless I type something else incorrectly? No. Yeah, I disagree with this one. But I'm guessing the lesson in this... Oh no, I did type something incorrectly. I had a typo on Taksan. Never
子供
mind.
の
Just
時、
kidding.
よく友達と近くのお菓子屋に
Oh,
行き
never
ました。
know.
そこの飴はとても美味しかったです。子供の時、よく友達と近くのお菓子屋に行きました。そこの飴はとても美味しかったです。
Okay. Is it Thai Q? Yeah. Uh. Wakata desu.
中学生の時、勉強はあまりしませんでした。成績はダメでした。でも、ギターが好きでした。ピアノも習いました。
Ugh. Why? Yes. That's not right. What the heck, dude? Is there like an extra? Oh my gosh. No, that's what I thought I. Oh, spay, not spa. I swear I cut the. Oh my gosh, dude. What? Sue Payne? Yeah, what the heck? Hello? Okay, I swear I typed that. Maybe I did. Keep typing the wrong thing. Busy day. Hideyoshi, busy day. Oh, I forgot Sensei. I completely forgot. I Seiseki. I totally forgot grades.
子供の時、よく絵を描きました。楽しかったです。いつも母にその絵をあげました。子供の時、よく絵を描きました。楽しかったです。いつも母にその絵をあげました。
Okay. 美術。美術を勉強しました。漫画家になりたいです。Okay. Wait. What? What did they use for that? They use like konshu? Oh, they use no. What did they use? A Kai? Oh. Kai. Yeah. Kai. Okay. Sure. Dang it. Wait. Uh-oh. I totally messed that up too. So, Taikai. Do I track my hours? Sort of. No, I don't really track. Well, I track my hours based on the video length, Jamie, but largely my hours are like in terms of averages. I'm hitting averages. It'd probably be a lot easier to demonstrate if I had a question to answer. Shou gakusei no toki.
小学生。
小学生の時、漫画家 No, just manga. 漫画が好きでした。好きでした。So like, what kind of hours are we talking about? I track some hours. Okay. I wasn't so sure if that was a non-adjective or not. Naomi-san wa Tokyo... Tokyo... No... Kogai... Kogai ni sunde imashita. I didn't think about it specifically, but maybe hours spent watching stuff or spent studying vocabulary, etc. Well, the breakdown is I don't track when I immerse in things. So immersion is not tracked. When it comes to studying, you take the average length of the video session. So right now it's inconsistent. The last 25 days since the introduction of Shashinko is about 2 to 3 hours. The Japanese session is about 1.5 to 2.5 hours because it ranges. And then the Chinese session is 3 to 4 hours. So most of the time on average it's 8 hours, 4 and 4. However, the Japanese session is split into 2, but Shashinko and stuff is taking more of the time lately. And before Shashinko and stuff, like back even before, it was 4 and 4. So 4 hours and 4 hours. And then before that was 8 to 10 hours. and just Duolingo. And then immersion I don't track because that's a lifestyle choice. So you could assume every waking hour I'm immersing in something language related in some way. I don't generally stop thinking about watching stuff and spending stuff in multiple languages, but it would be very, very difficult to track because you don't schedule lifestyle stuff. At least I don't schedule lifestyle stuff. Unless you really want to. That is certainly someone else's prerogative. Yeah, there's no discipline involved in lifestyle choices. Just habits. Gakko. 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 Gakko no seifuku. Seifuku wa kakkoyoka. Kakkoyokatta desu. Kakkoyokatta. Kakkoyokatta. Kakkoyokatta.
No wa.
Why do you ask, Jamie? There motivation. Maybe I could answer some questions. That doesn't look right. Is Bijutsu? Yeah, Bijutsu. I was just curious because I know some people track their hours so they can see exactly how much time they put into everything, and I was just wondering if you guys did the same. Yeah, that is an interesting question. Yeah, I don't track things like that. Obviously my answer will just be if you're asking about like how disciplined and diligent I am, I usually have a half and half approach to most. So there are times when I'm incredibly disciplined mixed with times when I am not. So when I'm doing immersion, there is no restriction on that. It's the most privileged part of my schedule. If you track everything and you micromanage everything, then your life doesn't have a balance. That's my philosophy on things. So whenever someone says like, oh, you should always do this, I will beg to differ. And then when another person comes by and says you should always do the opposite of what the other person said, I beg to differ. Generally speaking, it'd be a mix of both of them. I track as much as is sufficient, and not anymore. I do find that when people are too extreme, one or the other, it leads to a very unhealthy lifestyle, right? Like it would, like you track calories, for example, when you're eating, you track calories on when you're required to. However, you want to expect that the person who's tracking calories to do it temporarily, and then they'll begin to form habits, and those habits are where you thrive half the time, right? It is nice though. I just go until I stop being able to understand what I'm reading. Blair. Yeah. And when you go, so you have a marker, right? You have a marker for when you stop, Blair. And then the rest of the time, you're not tracking like how you're unwinding or recovering, and it's kind of what the person, what Jamie might be alluding to. There are people who track every relevant thing to them. Like for example, a fitness person may track every calorie, how long they sleep, how long it takes to recover, because all of that is relevant to their progress as well. Which is why I'm taking a break on Korean, because it's telling me that if I can't read this, I need to go back and review a lot. Yeah, that's very reasonable. Listen to there is some, I know there's a lot of science to that people like, but there's also a lot of psychology. There's still a lot of psychology involved in the human condition that may not necessarily be explained by science right now, right? However, for that reason, you listen to your body, you listen to your you listen to your bodily signals as much as you want to focus on numbers. Sometimes I do feel that when people focus way too much on numbers, like disproportionately on numbers, they can push themselves and endanger themselves as well. Like push too hard, create diminished return, and then leads to a feedback cycle. It's nice that I can at least somewhat recognize the things you're doing. Yeah, right? Isn't that great? I do track a lot of things though. I track all the active things I'm learning. I don't, I tend to not track anything that I am not actively trying to learn. So it's, or not, I deliberately not track things. I think that's a better way to answer that question, Jamie. I deliberately try not to track things as a way to not burn out. So back when I was younger, I probably did pretty much all the people you described. I micromanaged my entire life so that you're like min-maxing every single minute and whatnot. That only comes with experience and foresight. So it's limited to your experience and foresight. So when you start micromanaging everything, it can also put a glass ceiling on what you're able to improve. So sometimes when you hyper focus on micromanaging your stuff, you leave out all the excess stuff, anything that you might come across. So video games and stuff, if you're focused on a specific part of your regiment, then you no longer have access to any other thing. So you don't invite opportunities. That is great if your experience and your foresight is sufficient, which is very good when you're practicing. It's excellent. It's 100% baller when you're practicing. If you're micromanaging your stuff, which involves keeping track of time and stuff. When you're needing to do discovery, maybe not so much learning the content, but when you're involved in discovery, it requires a looser chain, a looser leash. So outside of the times that I track, the rest of the time is inspiration. The rest of the time is for inspiration. You track your hours on the 4 main skills: speaking, reading, listening, writing, to see how much time I put into certain aspects of language learning, to see if I need to make changes. But now that you say it, I do feel like I'm a bit too meticulous. If you do feel that you can liberate some time to micromanage a little bit less, sometimes that time can be used for discovery. And discovery is what I feel sometimes people can lose track of. And discovery can be incredibly rewarding in its own right. It will most certainly make it harder and harder to track, though. Right? That flow state where sometimes you feel out these things, and it might not be for everyone, but for me, once the stream goes off, I am in a flow state. So I will engage in whatever leads to whatever. And then when I need to turn on the structure again, I bring all the things that I try to bring all the things that I discovered back into my disciplined structure. It's kind of like a work and pleasure balance. if I get a job, when I go to job, I track everything. Everything's tracked. Everything's logged. All the notebooks are logged. I hold everyone accountable. I hold myself accountable. No matter what I do on a job, I will know what has happened because it is a job. You must do your due diligence. Then the moment I come home, it's a looser leash, right? You listen to your body, you listen to your mental state, and most of the time, the reason why I don't track is, it can be anything. It'll be like willy-nilly everything. You let loose, right? You let loose. Now that I don't have a job, per se, for example, sometimes being a student is like a job. So when you treat learning as a job, then you can apply, the similar things. Scheduling, how often you do things and whatnot. And you can set that aside. You can definitely set that in its own right. I leave 8 to 10 hours. 8 to 10 hours every single day for exactly what you're doing. All of the stuff is tracked. The average is tracked. I have a schedule plan, which I'm going to introduce because Jack asked me 3 days ago that he'd be interested in looking at how I produce the plan, right? So in 4 days time from today, I'll try my best to give a summary and maybe write something down concretely on how I'm going about my study plans. And I do map those things, the main skills: reading, listening, or speaking, reading, listening, writing. I'm actually applying the same breakup for Shashinko, for extracting the vocabulary from Shashinko. And it goes in the order of reading, listening, reading plus listening, while outputting speaking. So you have speaking is the output, reading and listening. And then you strip away listening, which is my most common. Listening is my strongest association. So listening is gone, and then I would read with furigana and speaking, right? Because reading would be maximized with furigana and kanji, and then speaking would be my output. Then I would strip away furigana and do reading and listening again with speaking. Once I secure that speaking, then I go to reading without furigana, and writing. Then I go to reading and writing while listening again. And then that listening will help reinforce and navigate correcting all the speaking. And it goes back full circle. That's kind of what I'm doing. I'm currently at the stage where I'm still reading. Reading without furigana, and speaking. Just speaking is a readout. Instead of writing the kana out that I think it is, I'm speaking it out. And then at some point, I will be writing the kanji as opposed to the kana. So that's the cycle. Those are the 4 main skills that I'm tracking from the day to day, and on Duolingo. The other tracking stuff is tracking how many techniques I'm using. So here, I'm early, but I'm testing what happens if I write and try to capture all the unique ones and reinforce as I'm going to this. There's also like all the other happenstance stuff. Like every 50 days, there'll be 3 days of Duolingo. So I have to figure out how much time I have for the units for each day. So it gets really complicated. In the end, though, I'm not trying to track as much as I think I'm. Sometimes how like being 70% accurate versus being 100% accurate after a certain amount of time can be negligible. So what happens is I take that 30% that I liberated and throw it into my free time for being overly meticulous can make something feel grindy. It can make it feel disinteresting, like a chore over time. So I try my best not to get into the point where I am doing a chore. And this also applies to jobs. When I was working at my job, I don't simply do the same thing every single day, provided that you have a job that does that. Although I would say, sorry, my voice is kind of being weird today. If it was for a job, I would try to change it up regardless, but maybe like superficially in a way. Like something that will switch up the thing. Maybe say like I go and I work at a warehouse and I'm lifting boxes. I gotta find some way that I can make the lifting of the boxes periodically different after like 15 days. I'm gonna give it like 15 days, maybe 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, maybe I focus on different aspect of lifting the boxes. That's how I would keep myself occupied. I slowly stopped tracking the same thing. So every month or so, I like to keep it month. Month is a pretty neat unit. So every month there will be something new to track and something old not to track anymore. And then I keep adding new things. So over time, every month, I'm inspired to constantly do something different, whether it improves the thing or doesn't improve the thing. The idea is I'm constantly in a state of thinking I can do something different. I can do something new and then have the discipline to consistently do it however long I want and then continue to swap. Particularly engaging things can go to 2 to 3 months. They can go to half a year to a year. The idea is I don't want to stay stagnant. And when you're tracking a lot of things, you might be worried. When you're hyper focused on tracking things, you might be worried about trying new things because that's just another thing to track. I've definitely felt that, where if I wanted to learn about genetics, I stay with genetics and don't like move out of genetics, right? Or incorporate other things from other disciplines. It's that's my attempt to describe a lot of my motivations on why I do track some things and don't track other things. Like something that one little tidbit. Someone that I know that micromanages a lot of things, they have a heck of a rough time when they go on vacation. It's just a small anecdote, but man, you can definitely tell the difference between someone who micromanages their entire life and someone who doesn't micromanage their entire life, maybe sufficiently manage their life, especially their skills. There's a time and place for it. Hello there, Yetter. Bijutsu. Jutsu no sensei. Micromanage? Yeah, we're talking about tracking study habits and stuff. Study and practice habits for language learning. Jutsu no sensei. Jutsu no sensei wa Omoshiro. あと、糸です。Oh, whoops.
会社員です。でも週末はボクシングの練習をします。来週、大会があります。
No, I was purely distracted by our little conversation. Thanks for sharing. It helped provide perspective. Yeah. I think there's a little bit to be said about what Blair said, Jamie. What Blair said. If you do feel at some time that your meticulousness is providing a source of how I would say numbness. If you're hitting a point of numbness, in my opinion, it's quite healthy for someone to loosen the reins and try to breathe some color back into your meticulousness. Because numbers are honest, but they also are numb to a person's human condition, like the feelings and stuff. So you can get to a point where, oh, I must put in my 2 hours, but you're slowly getting less and less from those 2 hours, yet those hours might still continue to increase, right? And those hours may become less and less meaningful to you. Now, that doesn't mean you won't continue to learn more and more Japanese. The concern here is, as you put more and more hours in, are you feeling better and better about those hours? Blair is feeling it. Blair is just straight up going for the feels, where you do as much until you don't feel it. And that's where most of my study plans started. I do it that way too. And then I put a timer on it. And then over time, you just measure what happens. So that's where the beginning of the study plan happened. It's going to be interesting. I will probably try to cover the 150 days of schedule planning. How I started with exactly what Blair started with. Basically, you just went until you realize your attention is gone and your recollection is not feeling nice. And then I started from there. Now my schedule, my plan is takes more than I'm gonna say it takes like at least a couple pages to write out. It's going to be a little bit chaotic, but I'll try my best. Which is why it's so surprising I've stuck with any language for a whole month. Well, that's nice. You're getting into the groove, Blair. You're getting into the groove. Feeling it out. Feeling it out.
会社員です。でも週末はボクシングの練習をします。来週、大会があります。
Okay. Their hobbies. Or in the end of the day, no matter how good you get, no matter how brilliant you are and how many skills you are, if you're not happy, I don't see... This sounds easier said than done, but I don't see how it's worth it if you're not happy. That's kind of my thing, right? We're not talking about jobs here. We're talking about things we voluntarily, or I'm not referring to jobs here. There are things you have to do, so happiness is not an option for things that you have to do. But the things that you are optionally doing, I don't think it's worth it if it doesn't consistently provide happiness. It would be very, very difficult to juggle something that is supposed to provide happiness while you also have things in life that doesn't give no buts or coconuts about whether you're happy or not. And that's your like job, your obligations and stuff. You want to, in my opinion, maximize at any time outside of your obligations, how happy you can be, then you'd be, in my opinion, that pays dividends when you have to go do the things you have to do. Because when you're happy and you're doing the things you have to do, I don't think you have to be an analytical genius to be able to encourage oneself to do the things you have to do better when you're happy. When you're sad and overstrung and burned out and you go approach something that you have to do, inevitably there's no upside to it. It will largely deteriorate. It'll largely deteriorate over time. So that's probably my number one take on how I could continue doing this Duolingo thing without the concern about my future happiness, because I'm consistently providing happiness for myself in the present time. And obviously there are ways to focus on the present happiness in order to develop skills for a future investment. And one of the future investments are the perspectives that I'm trying to share, I suppose, over time. Where if you maintain a balance and constantly introduce new ideas periodically while your older ideas stagnate, that will provide you with a wealth of conditioning that anything, more like trusting the process here, right? If you trust the process, every month or 2 months or 3 months, you have a readout of things that get, let's say, boring or complacent, and you're constantly rotating new ideas, and old ideas that you haven't used are constantly rotating. One, I could tell you that you can trust the process, that your future happiness is more than assured or far more consistent than others, because you're focused on the present, but you're acquiring things constantly that will solve problems yet to come, as opposed to trying to predict the future and only work towards the things you can see in the future. That often means that you hope that your future is relevant to the things you're developing now. And long story short, if you ever talk to a millennial in the United States, that's how college worked before. You spend 10 years mapping out your life towards a career that may or may not be there anymore after that 10 years. So some people made out and got lucky, and they believe in preparing for the future happiness using the foresight they have now. Or you could end up like me and a lot of my colleagues who tend to find out that didn't quite work out that way. And ultimately, we learned the life lesson and the wisdom to be able to pivot, as opposed to putting all your eggs in one basket, or trying to rely on some sort of magical, glass ball that would predict that. Like, for example, a person asked me already, like, should I chase the hype? Right? Should I chase the hype, or what should I do? And mostly from my experience, you can do both. Try to chase the hype to some extent, but also micromanage, or quote unquote micromanage, or continue to cycle new ideas in, because you don't know where the goalpost is. The goalpost is ever moving. As soon as you get closer to a goalpost and you're like an ambitious person, that goalpost is going to shift. Again, it's just going to keep shifting. So being more dynamic and being willing to constantly rotate out future problems, they don't get in the way of your happiness. Because you know for a fact, in my opinion, you'll get more secure, maybe perhaps a little overconfident, I don't know, but you'll feel greatly more secure as you continue to say, like, oh, I've started this, what's not another thing I start, it's like another problem I start, instead of oh no, I didn't get into the I didn't get to the program that I wanted. Now what do I do? Well, I spent most of my time planning for my future happiness on this set path. What happens when you don't? Well, that's when you learn. That's when you have to learn how to pivot. I am more inclined, I am older, so that might factor in because I've already gone through the pivot. So that's when I learned to pivot. Right. I learned when I was around my 20s. So if you're around your 20s, it's not like I'm ahead of the game. I was in the same game. It's shifted by another 10 or 15 years, right? These are the life lessons that you learn if your predictable future was not as predicted. It's as consistent as it can be. I mean, I wanted to be a scientist, and I was thinking, man, scientists are so cool because they get all the funding in the world because people believe in science. You know, people trust experts, and then there's no problems, there's no politics, there's no the internet to cause mass hysteria and fake news, and the rest is history. I feel like sticking with Spanish is a cop-out since I already know it. Okay. But a whole new language is an actual challenge? Very nice. At least you know what engages you, Blair. Let's just say science had more... I mean, they're still one of the most trusted groups of people, but I don't think that prestige is the same as it once was. Especially when a time when I was aspiring to be one. I feel like I still am one, but I don't work as one. So I would be doing all the current and dedicated scientists a disservice if I would call myself a scientist at this point. Maybe I'll return in the future. I have always thought about that a little bit.
どこの大学に留学しましたか？
どこの大学に留学しましたか? Okay, that's actually... Oh, this is review. Oh yeah, this is personalized practice. We won't do the same thing with personal practice. Personalized practice kind of goes even further back. I'll write the ones that are weak. I think this is definitely one of them. Oh, my college just got extra girthy. Okay. That's probably one of the weak ones actually. Ryugaku suru. Oh, this one's weak too. Yeah. Actually, I want to look this up. Okay. Down. Do you plan on using language learning as one of your things for the future? Like an obligation for the future, Jamie? I think if you're super meticulous about language learning, my expectation is that behaviorally you're expecting to use language learning as a part of an obligatory thing in the future. That's what investing in the happiness in the future would be. Like this language learning is essential for your happiness in the future. That's what I feel when someone invests a substantial amount of time being meticulous about it. There's a gravity to it. And it's about the only thing you enjoy, yeah. That's what the impression I got. Yeah. So definitely make sure, like, being meticulous does check out. I say that's very reasonable if it's the only thing you enjoy at the I'm gonna say it's the only thing you enjoy at the moment. I hope you can, in my opinion, I hope you can find more like sprinkled out and maybe like expand it from that one source of happiness. So maybe language learning can lead into and bring in something else, like diversify, if you will. Since you're already super meticulous about language learning in general, I hope that there's time for you to diversify so that in case something falls through, right? It's not if it's going to fall through or when it's going to fall through. Like, it's not when it's gonna fall through. Like, it's not guaranteed. The idea is it's so much reassuring even to the person that they have many things that they can invest forward in a future happiness. I feel very uncomfortable when I have friends or family members who are incredibly dedicated and passionate. However, it feels like there's one thing, they can't enjoy much things beyond certain things. And it's devastating to hear if it's something that may or may not be permanent. Language learning could be permanent. We're talking about other things like friends that believe they're gonna running super fast and at the top of their game is going to be there forever. Instead of diversifying, right? How to enjoy running in different aspects so that that one aspect, if it fades away, which it can or very likely to, you'll still continue to be happy, continue to be investing for. So with that said, do I want to invest in a future polyglot version of myself? The answer is no, because that's highly that would be something that requires incredible, immeasurable meticulousness that I am way too old for. And not that I'm saying I want that, I'm just too old for that. So how would I go about loving language learning that isn't something that's investing in a small percentage success rate? This kind of looks like it. Playing Shashinko, playing Wagotabi, learning serendipitously while still trying to maintain a semblance of a schedule, right? This is it. So now I have many, many avenues of happiness. If I go to Japan and sound like a bumbling idiot, that's just one part of the happiness. If I go to Japan and they say, oh yeah, your Japanese is pretty good, that's a pretty good one. What else am I gonna go to Japan for? Visiting my sister. What else am I going to Japan for? Being an annoying tourist. There are other aspects that you can still diversify and put your money on. Playing video games, still a great avenue. To shock natives, well, maybe not to shock natives, but I can see the attraction of that. Like that's kind of a viral thing, right? To shock natives. Making a Japanese friend, right? Making a Japanese friend doesn't mean that I have to speak great Japanese. That's just an extra related thing. So that's probably what the perspective here is, the extended perspective. If you only have one thing that you really enjoy, make that one thing part of a lot of other things. I like video games. Before, I liked language learning. So now I can make them one in the same if I so choose. am I gonna learn language learning as efficiently and whatnot? The answer is no. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, if you play video games to learn Japanese, you're not going to learn Japanese faster, in my opinion. But what else are you gaining, right? It's a compromise, right? I'm learning how to play video games too. I'm learning how to design video games, or like how people are approaching designing video games for language learning. That is something I'm gaining. You can choose not to pay attention to that and then still play video games. Then that's a recipe for being angry at yourself. Right? That's kind of the idea. When you have cognitive dissonance. Like, what does being a super good language learner actually look like? Well, spending every waking hour learning language. You know? The numbers don't lie. Technically, if you spend every waking hour learning language, that's probably the ideal case. How? Probably the most efficient language learning things you can possibly do. In fact, probably just meticulously memorizing every single written known thing, right? That kind of thing. I would trade that off in a heartbeat. And that's what I do. I'm trading off in a heartbeat. Do I want to go through flashcards every day? Well, I'm kind of doing that in Shashinko already. Ironically, I still ended up doing like flashcard things. I don't have to do flashcard things in Duolingo, so I'm not going to. There's time and place for everything. Then you have a lot of things, at least in my opinion. Then you have a lot of things to be happy for. I'm happy that we're having this talk. I'm happy that Blair, I'm happy for Blair. If Blair isn't happy for themselves about sticking to a language for so long. So you can be happy for a lot of things, at least in my opinion. It does start with the person themselves being able to appreciate things. Like, I'm happy for people who even enjoys listening to the Japanese language, for example. Right? That's not true for everyone. I'm just saying. So this might come as a shocker, but some people still prefer to watch English when it comes to Japanese anime. So the world tends to get less and less small, and fewer, you get more and more choices as one diversifies. It doesn't feel like the world crumbles when the few things that make you happy suddenly stops making you happy. You have so many other things that make yourself happy. I like getting on stream talking about that. Oh, and you found out that Duolingo is using high formal Korean? Yeah, Duolingo is also consecutively using formal Japanese too. If you're pivoting, although I wouldn't say, yeah, now that I think about it, and then you're saying it makes the conjugation section incredibly difficult. Oh, that's interesting. So high Korean is difficult. More difficult. Interesting. In Japanese, I don't think it's any more or less difficult. However, you start off the same in Japanese. You start everything in the polite form. Everything is in the polite form by standardization. You'll probably hear a lot of comments about people saying like you should learn the casual form very quickly and stuff. I still haven't reached the section for casual form. The casual form is in section 4 of the Japanese course. And that will be, by the time I get there, I might get there by like 250 days. I might get there by 250 days. You think Korean has like 8 politeness levels? Oh boy. Yikes. That sounds like fun, actually. Sorry. That kind of sounds like fun. Skarimashita. Skarimashita. Skarimashita ka? Skarimashita ka? Depending on whether it's a verb, okay, all have almost completely different rules. I see. Informal low, informal high, I think. So they start with formal high. I see. Apparently, according to a Korean Reddit guide, there are 4 and 3 that aren't used. Okay.
また一緒にコンサートに行きましょう。
Well, that's interesting. How is there? Do you guys have like a relative idea of how often each form is used? Is like formal high just a safety net? Like if you're a visitor and a foreigner, you just go formal high most of the time? Mata ishoni onsato ni ikimashou. Okay. Mata.
東口の前に並びませんか？
Oh man. 東口の前に並びませんか? Let's write that down. I think it's narabu. Line up. Okay. 東口。
2013年に卒業しました。
2013
2013年に卒業しました。
I totally forgot about that. It's kind of funny because I just got this also. I just got this recently in Chinese too. Okay. I mean, I understood the sentence, but I wouldn't have constructed a sentence using nen like that. Oh man, this one's an output problem. Sotsukyo suru. Oh gosh, that's a lot right there. I feel like a safe bet would be formal high if you're not used to it because of the offense you can cause using informal low to the wrong person. Last thing. Apparently lots of people don't agree on how many levels of formality there are and range it from 4 to 7. I'll just read this very quickly. Okay. Oh, okay. Interesting. Differential form. Huh. kind of funny that the polite form is used in most informal conversation with peers or younger people, but still shows some respect. The polite form. Okay. All right. Sotsukyo, sotsukyo, sotsukyo shimashita. Sotsukyo, I'm just gonna say sotsukyo. Sotsukyo shimashita. Sue me. Sotsukyo shimashita. For now. And nen. Totally forgot about nen.
スミス先生はいろいろな外国語ができました。
スミス先生はいろいろな外国語ができました。Anytime you meet anyone, you just gotta think, how polite am I supposed to be to show respect, but not too much so they don't think I'm weird? I probably just go with like, hey, let's be the weirdo. Sufficiency is the efficiency. My only inclination is that I have a level of candor and charisma that will allow me to negotiate any type of weirdness, as opposed to removing any opportunity to negotiate that weirdness by not reaching sufficiency. So I tend to just go for sufficiency. That's also probably a critique when someone says like, but what if you made your friends feel like you're distant? It's like, well, they are my friends. We would be able to negotiate that. Oftentimes, some people are like, but if you always constantly talk in the mass form, people are going to feel distant. It's like, well, they can't be close to me if they were completely at a distance. So they were already close to me before. It's a chicken or the egg question. If they're my friends, they would understand that I'm not one to be distant, but I also speak in a polite form most of the time. That kind of thing, pragmatic things. So I would probably risk being sufficient and weird than even have to consider the idea of how appropriate I would be as a starter. Oftentimes, that's a great pre-selection for who you're speaking to. If someone thinks you're weird, but they're also willing to talk to you, then that's a keeper. Life experiences. Professor Smith. Sumitsu sensei wa iroiro na. I have no remorse, or I have no insecurities about apologizing or talking to people through things, right? So if the person I'm talking to does not have that quality, then they will most definitely leave me alone at some point, because they don't usually stick around for that. And I like to surround myself with people who are willing to do that. So if you don't stick around, it's your prerogative. It's you and I just don't have a compatible personality, right? So if I go to a country and I try my best and they think it's weird, but they still talk to me, it's like, that's a winner. I like this, right? Why surround yourself and compromise with people who are uncompromising? It's kind of one of those things that I feel some people possibly fail to understand, that when you're communicating, it takes at least a minimum of 2 people to stay in communication. So what you do to pre-select and what they do to pre-select have to be mutual. So a lot of times when someone says, "Oh yeah, I don't know, like I can't get a relationship. All the people around me are like sycophants and opportunists," right? Someone literally said that. Not in those specific ways. I'm being a little bit more politically correct. And I'm like thinking, so if you're always surrounded by those people, there's only one common denominator in the sample size. It's not the world that's the problem at the moment. If you are statistically unlikely to be always surrounded with people with the same characteristics. So be mindful of that, right? I would definitely not mind being weird in a foreign country and that person still is nice to me and talk to me. That would be a future friend. If someone come at me and is like, dude, you're a foreigner, you should learn how to speak our language. Sumimasen. I'm just gonna walk away now. Because I can't do anything about that. Right? I could try, but you choose the people you're surrounded with a lot of times. If I'm very apologetic and that person understands I'm apologetic, then we are people who meet eye to eye. Sumisu sensei wa iroiro. Okay. Let's see. いろいろな韓国語。Sometimes one might say, is it luck? Is it luck? Or is it something that you did? Or is it your influence that you get certain friends, right? Certain friends and certain family members. And I would like to say it's a both. It's a combination of both. Sometimes you do get lucky and you come across the people that will practically change the path, your life's path. At the same time, you, in return, can also change other people's lives. So when you look at a reflection of your own personality and what type of people find you worth their time, so to speak, and you find people worth your time, definitely take a look around at the people that interact with you very, very regularly. There are different dimensions of you that are projected onto the people that are around you. I have people who are obsessed with the singular task in video games. That's fair enough. The reason they're around is because I somehow am able to empathize with them enough that they want to interact with me. That's not to say that that's my whole being. And I expect that other person to also have that. I'm not their friend, that is their clone. Only you can be that person. And maybe you're a significant other, like the closest person you have. But generally speaking, most of the people are some sort of extension of yourself because they empathize with you. So what part of that do you know? It's kind of like the whole show respect thing. When you go up to a stranger and like, how much do I know to be able to inform how appropriate I am? And then you have a choice. Do you want to do that or find a way to be sufficiently appropriate? And I usually go with a sufficient answer. Like, is it good enough as opposed to is it ideal? Because sometimes constantly reaching for ideal can be double-edged. Like someone who is saying, oh, if I'm always just helping, I can't do any damage. right? If I always have good intention, the outcome can't be negative. That is idealism, right? And we know that the reality, at least I'd like to believe that most people have lived long enough to realize that with good intentions does not mean that it will result in ideal outcomes. The good intentions can be greatly bound by one's perspective. Sometimes I worry about the things I say too. Like if you're constantly encouraging someone, but you don't know what you're encouraging. I think about it all the time.
もう家に帰りますか？
もう家に帰りますか? Wait, why is 帰ります? Okay, never mind.
もうすぐ席に戻りましょう。
もうすぐ. Totally forgot もうすぐ earlier. もうすぐ席に戻りましょう.
Oh,
how many? I forgot how many units I need. So I have 8 units, right? 8 units, 3 days, including today. So 223? I'm a doofus. 233? Yeah, we'll do 2 today. We'll do 2 today, and then do 3 the next 2 days. And then we'll be ready. I think. Or at least as ready as we will be able to be. Konya. Yeah, that doesn't math. I know. I'm like, 223. I'm short one. Konya. Konsato ni ikimasen ka?
毎朝図書館で勉強しました。
毎朝勉強毎朝図書館勉強しました。
真ん中の席に座りたいですか？
真ん中の真ん中 middle 真ん中真ん中の席に座りたいです。座りたいですか? I totally typed 2. I must have typed O.
ステージの近くに座りましょうか。
ステージの近くに座りましょうか。
大学でいろいろな人に会いました。
いろいろな人に会いました。
授業の後よくバイトに行きました。
授業の後よくバイトに行きました。 how do I... Oh. Hmm.
たまにクラスメートとパーティーに行きました。どんなサークルに入りましたか？
入りました。
ダニエルさんも8時に出かけたいですか
？8時、8時に、wait, wait. 出かけ、wow, 出かけたいです。出かけたいですか？8時。Oh, I forgot Yoku. Mo. I forgot Mo somewhere.
エリカさん、席に戻りませんか？
席に戻りませんか？
バンドの新しいグッズが欲しいです。
バンドの新しい、おー、グッズ。グッズ。グッズが欲しいです。Oh, yeah. That face is the face of innocence. Okay.
中学生の時、テニスを習いました。
テニスを習いました。Wait a minute. Yeah. Okay. 中学生。
漫画家の仕事は大変ですか？
よく祖母に飴をもらいました。
よくそば。Wait, what the heck? よくそばに。Wait. よくそばに。飴。Wait, what? 飴を。Oh, そば。そぼ。そぼ。 keep saying soba. I'm like, wait, what does this have to do with soba? Is that sobo? Yoku sobo ni, okay. Yoku sobo ni ame o moraimashita. I'm like, what's going on? why is soba being a location? Soba.
美術の先生になりたいです。
I does.
Suiei no coach になりたいです。
水泳のコーチになりたいです。
最近ジョギングを始めました。
最近ジョギングを始めました。
体育の授業は大変でした。
体育の授業は大変でした。Wait, now there's no like keyboard prompts. What the heck? What happened?
近くのジムでボクシングを始めました。
近くのボクシング。You know what I'm curious about? I wonder what the frequency of people of how they cope with physical education class in high school in Japan. Or do they just deal with it? Like with the whole like formality and stuff? It's like or do they go about doing the same thing where like heck in physical education. And then later in life you're like, oh man, physical education. I'm sorry, like there's some really funny paradox too. When you're a kid, it's like, oh yeah, I love running around and flipping and dipping. And then you get to like the teenage years, it's like, yeah, maybe. And you know, you have those that are incredible and whatnot, but I actually think it's a statistical abnormal. Like it's no longer the statistical norm. And then when you get older, it's like then you revisit this. It's like, oh man, physical education. It's like because it takes a front stage again. First, it's like, yeah, I can do anything. Look at how noodly I am as a kid. And then it's like, yeah, but I got other things to do. Why do I have to go and run around in a circle and stuff? And then you get older and like, no, now I have to concern myself with it. I don't know. I just think it's really funny, the stages of life when it comes to like PE, physical education. 近くの maybe that's just me. 近くのジムでジムでジョギングを始めました。oh no, ボクシング。
中学生の時、勉強は好きでしたか
Honestly, I did when I was a middle school student, I did so little studying. I didn't even know if I liked studying. Man, real talk though. I don't even know if I liked studying. I didn't even give it a chance. Now I like studying, but that's a different story. But I don't know if I liked studying when I was Middle school. I can't think back
も
that
うす
far.
ぐ水泳の大会があります。
Middle school. Middle school. 水泳の何かあります。Middle school.
子供の時、大阪の郊外に引っ越しました。
郊外に引っ越しました。
どんな幼稚園でしたか？
高校生の時、彼女はいましたか？
It's pretty clear that spending time divided between Shashinko and Duolingo Japanese is creating a lot of more tenuous tethers to the vocabulary right now. Although the volume is quite big, maybe it'll be less noticeable as I'm now not expanding volume, twice as much volume. That's not quite what that says.
子供の時、本をたくさん読みましたか？
学校の制服はかっこよかったですか？
Yeah, there just aren't any keyboard prompts. Kind of weird. So we'll just use our cursor. Kako no seifuku wa kakkoyokatta desu ka?
たまに公園で絵を描きました。
Oh, wait, I heard something weird. Oh, AO. Oh, AO.
「中学生の時、柔道を始めました。」
Alright. Next one. Use past tense negatives. Oh, these are like some rough ones. Ooh, these are rough ones for me. Guess we'll see. Oh, hey. Okay. I guess the first set tends to have keyboard inputs. This? Oh, okay. I still got it.
晩ご飯はあまり美味しくなかったです。味噌汁はぬるかったです。そして魚は新鮮じゃなかったです。
And okay. Oh, was this like complaining about hotel stuff? I think this was complaining about hotel stuff. 晩ご飯はあまり美味しくなかったです。味噌汁はぬるかったです。ぬるかったです。そして魚は新鮮じゃなかったです。Oh, that's not it. Yes, that's it. What? Oh, past tense. Dang it.
今回のデートは残念でした。でもまだ別れたくないです。もう少し彼氏と頑張ります。
I'll stick with a boyfriend. Yeah. Oh no, this is just complaining about regular, like random things. And they're all pretty random. 今回のデートは Oh yeah, we get to learn like the worst. 今回のデートは Wait, are we starting the new unit? Yeah, we are. So, things. We gotta write down things. Okay. 今回のデートは残念でした。残念でした。でもまだ別れたくないです。This is to break up. 別れる。でも少し彼氏と頑張ります。They're gonna try anyways. Try the best. But gonna try their best for a bit longer. This time the date was was terrible. I think it's terrible. 残念 terrible. 残念でもまだ別れたくないです。But I don't want to break up yet. We're gonna try our best a bit longer with the current boyfriend.
イベント
はとても混んでいました。Crowded. I'm not sure how this works and how this relates to other predicates, other expressions of crowded. A date? She got to 7日に 7日にナオミさんとレストランに行きました。Let's just say 7日 is the vocabulary. 彼氏の料理は最悪でした。最悪。The worst. The worst. My odds are getting a little. そのOh. お化け屋敷。お化け屋敷。お化け屋敷。Oh, お化け屋敷。Oh boy. Now that is one for the 10%er. It's not really a 10%er because I remember what it is. But man. お化け屋敷。Haunted house? そのお化け屋敷はお化け屋敷は What do we have? 怖かったでしょ Okay. 怖かったでしょ Scary. It's tough meat. Oh. Akai. Oh, not Takai. I mean Kadai. Katai. Oh no.
今回デートは全然楽しくなかったです。彼氏は私とあまり話しませんでした。つまらなかったです。今回デートは全然楽しくなかったです。彼氏は私とあまり話しませんでした。つまらなかったです。
Okay. I guess they didn't enjoy the date. They didn't talk very much. So, 今回デートは全然楽しくなかったです。Yeah. 楽しくなかったです。Negative past tense, I tell you. So, this time the date was not fun at all.彼氏は私とあまり話しませんでした。The boyfriend didn't talk to me very much, or like not at all. Didn't really talk at all. The boyfriend didn't talk to me at all, or very much. Actually, how do you even phrase that? I didn't talk. The boyfriend didn't talk with me. I guess that's all that says, actually. Didn't really talk to me. And then it was boring. Okay. 映画は面白くなかったです。
です。
延期はままでした。 The acting, sure. Describing.
昨日のデートはどうでしたか？
昨日のデートはどうでしたか？楽しくなかったです。Okay. 彼氏と喧嘩しました。喧嘩しました。喧嘩。A fight. Or fight. 喧嘩する。彼氏と別れます。多分アプリで新しい彼氏を探します。Broke up with the current boyfriend. Maybe we'll find a new boyfriend. Probably find a new boyfriend on Nap.
映画のチケットはいくらでしたか？
映画のチケットはいくらでしたか？ How much is the movie ticket? 全然安くなかった。安くなかった。安くなかったです。安くなかった。安くなかった。安くなかった。安くなかった。安くなかったです。I don't know about that.
アクションシーンはダメでした。
アクションシーン、I guess there's sheen. アクションシーンはダメでした。
チキンは硬かったです。
Yeah? Yes?
チキンは硬かったです。
硬かったです。Yes.
長い列で待ちました。
長い列。That's something. 列 line で待ちました。待ちました。
まずいレストランで晩ご飯を食べました。
What?
まずいレストランで晩ご飯を食べました。
まずいレストランで晩ご飯を食べました。 Wait, what just happened? Oh, there is something for the middle. Okay. What you said?
まずいレストランで晩ご飯を食べました。まずいレストランで晩ご飯を食べました。
他の問題もありました。
他の問題もありました。Okay. Oh, we gotta scoot a little quicker. Okay, so we got a splash of most of the vocabulary. Fine. Is past tense, right? Shita? I don't know what that is. Shita? Wait. Like, shita or suru? Oh yeah, shita. Yeah, mashita. Mashita in this case. Mashita. It's the past polite. Past polite. Yeah, this is the polite form. Yeah. I don't know if shita. So I just wanted to be clear. I don't actually know if shita is another form. So I wanted to make sure we're being very clear here, because I have no idea if shita is another form. But this is the mashita or past polite. Yeah. Bangohan.
Bangohan.
Sure. Past tense. Past tense adjectives, man. Okay. Oh my gosh. Jet the coaster. How do you jet the coaster? Oh no. That's not right. I need some help. Let's see. Oh, I got the first part right. How did I do? Oh, jet coaster. Of course, I knew that. Of course I knew that. What a dingus. I knew it was Jetto Costa, not Jetto Costa. Okay, sorry. Still pretty terrible at katakana. Or like figuring out if there's a long hold or not. And tus and long holds, because I honestly think they're kind of they're kind of sporadic. Like I say roller coasters, right? Or I would say jet coaster. But a lot of people like this is jet coaster. If at all, I guess I would say star, but I wouldn't say coaster. So jet coaster, but it's jet coaster. You know that Penguin. I don't know if you watch Harry Potter movies, but it's like that one scene that got memed to death in, I guess, the Sorcerer's Stone. It's not Leviosa. It's Leviosa. That's kind of how I'm feeling right now. That's what's happening here. That's pretty much what this is what it is. This is katakana. Okay. Anyways, I just think it's funny. Okay. So, wa, owa, owa, unaka, that this? Kawaii, I get, I'm gonna assume kawaii is a, kawaii is an e adjective. Nakata desu. Kawakunakata. Oh boy. Okay, ninki no jet coaster wa kawakunakata desu.
あの映画館は最悪でしたよ。チケットは安くなかったです。2人のチケットは1万円でした。そして中は綺麗じゃなかったです。床はベタベタでした。
Okay, the movie theater was dirty. Things were sticky. I think the seat was sticky. Particularly. Okay. Let's not make the same. This mistake was a little bit embarrassing. Okay.
晩ご飯はあまり美味しくなかったです。味噌汁はぬるかったです。そして魚は新鮮じゃなかったです。
Okay. Oh, the word was disappointing. Okay. No, I messed up. Oh, no. Yeah. I messed up. It was disappointing. It's not terrible. It's disappointing. Zannen is disappointing. Oh. And then I wrote zennen. Zannen. Wait a minute. Do I? I don't think so, right? Or do I amari this? No, I don't amari this. Interesting. That's a relationship I hadn't considered. でも残念でした。
6月に遊園地に行きました。とても暑い日でした。そして午後は雨でした。傘はありませんでした。最悪でした。
Okay. It was very rainy. And
6
hot.
月に遊園地に行きました。とても暑い日でした。そして午後は雨でした。傘はありませんでした。最悪でした。
It was the worst date. Actually, I didn't think the date was too bad. They went out. It was very hot. It also rained, and there was no like, you know, they needed an umbrella. It rained. We had a fight inside the haunted house. Oh no, I just wrote it. Let's say it's osoba keishiki. Osoba keishiki. I think. I mean, it has a translation, so. Also, yeah. Osoba keashiki. Oh no. Osoba yashiki. Wait. I'm thinking of something. Wait a minute. No, I was Oba Keyashiki. Oh gosh. Dude. Oba Keyashiki. That's a 10%er right there. Huh. How about a day? Maybe a day? Oh, and I totally got Genka wrong. Day? Really?
メインはとても遅かったです。3時間ぐらい待ちました。ご飯はまあまあでした。デザートだけ美味しかったです。もうあのレストランに行きません。メインはとても遅かったです。3時間ぐらい待ちました。ご飯はまあまあでした。デザートだけ美味しかったです。もうあのレストランに行きません。
Okay. Oh no. I think it's Saigo. Saigo no in Sheen? Sheen. I gotta check that. Okay, what do we have? Yeah, Saigo no Sheen. Right, Saigo no Sheen wa hontou ni sayaku deshita. I think that's good.
今回デートは全然楽しくなかったです。彼氏は私とあまり話しませんでした。つまらなかったです。
Okay. Ah, sure. Oh no. Nope. Sure. Nope. What is it? Where are you? Oh, wow. No, I wasn't even close. Quito. Dang, Quito. That's definitely one that I don't use too often in my head at all. 'Cause I don't like being sure about things. It's very difficult to be sure about things. What? Ito moto suteki na hito ni. Oh, I forgot a particle. And I had to know it's yo? Alright. 映画は面白くなかったです。
です。
延期は最悪でした。
でした？
Okay, that's fine. Okay. Okay. もうすぐ彼氏と別れます。アプリで新しい彼氏を探します。Okay. ジャケットは、安くなかった。Oh my gosh. 安くなかったです。映画も最悪でした。遊園地に行きました。そして長い列で待ちました。Okay. Fine. Do I need to know him? Maybe. Think you know? O いしくなかったで。Okay. Oof. Safe. Oh no, we still have to do personalized practice. Okay. So rusty at
ステーキナイ
keyboard.
フは引き出しの中ですか？
I didn't hear a no. How do you okay. Wait.
ステーキナイフは引き出しの中ですか？ ステーキナイフは引き出しの中ですか？
Wait. Dang it. ステーキナイフは引き出しの中ですか？ Oh, you didn't. Oh, I put a knee there. I see. Okay.
私の同僚はよく怒ります。
私の同僚はよく怒ります。怒ります。Dang. 怒ります。怒ります。 Okoru? No, not Okoru. Oh, no. Okoru is send. Kou? No. Just kidding. What? Oh. To Okoru. Oh. Oh no. Wait, yeah. Yeah. To Okoru. Do I even know how to distinguish between them? I can't distinguish between them yet. Well, I kinda can because of Shashinko. So that explains my confusion. Okay. So Koru that I was thinking of was this. It's kind of leaning, but it's fine.
Office はあまり広くないです。
Okay. All right, buddy. Yeah? Hiroku nai desu. What I heard.
オフィスはあまり広くないです。
Okay, no, not even office. Office はあまり
オフィスはあまり広くないです。
Okay. Not even the office room, just the office. Okay.
どの砂糖を使いましょうか？
どの砂糖どの砂糖sugar 砂糖 sugar thing. 使いましょう。
受付の人は優しくないです。
Okay. 受付 Wait. 受付 right? Oh, 受付 Oh my gosh, I'm having trouble. No?
受付の人は優しくないです。
Oh, just kidding.
会社のロビーはあまり広くないです。
会社のロビーはあまり広くないです。I'm clearly under practice when it comes to negative things. Yeah, lots of negative things. Dang.
「来月辞めたいです。
Just sayやめたいです。
来月辞めたいです。
Oh, I don't remember. やめたいです。Oh, wait.
来月辞めたいです。
Oh, quit. Quit. やめたい。やめたい。やめたい。やめる。quit。
私の同僚は全然真面目じゃないです。
私の同僚は全然真面目じゃないです。Okay. 真面目。Did 真面目 have a I don't think 真面目 No. Yeah. 真面目
牛乳がいります。
Son of a 牛
乳がいります。
今の会社はあまり良くないです。今の会社はあまり良くないです。
Well, okay, that's fine. Actually, that's fine.
今の会社はあまり良くないです。
I'm kind of curious. It's fine. I was curious about something.
同僚とあまり話したくないです。
同僚とあまり話したくないです。
じゃあ、別の仕事を紹介します。じゃあ、別の仕事を紹介します。
別の仕事I don't remember introduce.
じゃあ、別の仕事を紹介します。
紹介し。紹介。じゃあ、別の仕事に紹介します。紹介 introduce. Oh, keyboard entry is, man, typing what you hear is tough, man. So under practice. Oh, I have a typo somewhere. Oh, I don't need the ni. Oh, it's a O. Right, it's a O.
もっと大きい茶碗を使いましょうか。
もっと
もっと大きい茶碗を使いましょうか。
Oh, I don't have that yet.
玉ねぎをいくつ買いましょうか。
Wait a minute.
玉ねぎをいくつ買いましょうか。
Oh, tamanegi. Oh, right. Tamanegi. Tamanegi, right. Onions.
玉ねぎをいくつ買いましょうか。毎日食堂でまずいご飯を食べました。
Uh,
毎日食堂でまずいご飯を食べました。
what?
毎日食堂でまずいご飯を食べました。
No, no, no. Don't do that.
会社の食堂の人は面白くないです。
What?
会社の食堂の人は面白くないです。会社の食堂の人は面白くないです。
Wait.
会社の食堂の人は面白くないです。
What the heck? That's okay. That's weird.
会社の食堂の人は面白くないです。
Yeah, no, I can't process that sentence. What? Okay. The people at the company cafeteria aren't funny. No, that is that's not where I thought the sentence was going.
いつも遅くまで仕事しますか？いつも遅くまで仕事しますか？いつも遅くまで仕事しますか？いつも遅くまで仕事しますか？いつも遅くまで仕事しますか？
毎日エスカレーターで10階まで行きます。毎日エスカレーターで10階まで行きます。 毎日エスカレーターで10階まで行きます。食堂はきれいじゃないです。毎日同じメニューです。
いつも同じご飯を食べます。
映画館のホットドッグは安くなかったです。
お化け屋敷は楽しくなかったです。
長い列で待ちました。
人気のデザートは美味しくなかったです。
まずい晩ご飯でした。
メインのエビは新鮮じゃなかったです。
最悪な演技。
残念な週末でした。映画館のホットドッグは安くなかったです。
先週のデートは最悪でした。
一日中混んでいました。
どんなシーンがありましたか？
3月7日にデートに行きました。
彼女とたくさん問題がありました。
お化け屋敷に行きましたか？
彼女と喧嘩しましたか？
昨日の映画は面白くなかったです。
いつ彼氏と別れますか？
Oops. I think I accidentally hit my mute button. Hopefully I wasn't muted for a really long time. Okay, so that was fine. We gotta start early tomorrow. Way behind. Yeah, negative adjectives are terrible. Like I can't. Oh man, it's still pretty bad. Oh, katta, nakatta, katta, nakatta. Katta versus janakatta. No. Katta. Katta versus deshita. Then nakatta. And janakatta. Gotta get those in. And I dropped a lot of vocabulary. I'm definitely not as vigilant as I was before. I dropped a ton of vocabulary. I don't know if I'm going to be able to remember them tomorrow. Alright, that's a wrap for Japanese for today. Now we're going to switch gears. We're hanging out in Japanese if you're going to watch this later. Thank you very arigato. Right. That's a wrap. I don't think we're going to hit with a take-home message. It's just practice. Practice when you can. Enjoy it. I was struggling quite a bit today. Not as vigilant on the reviews lately. Alright, folks. For the Japanese learners out there, mata ne, mata ashita. Ja ne. Oyasumi nasai. And I'm gonna get up, stretch, and switch gears. Thank you.